welcome to another exciting show of Inside Eve. Yes! And do you know why I'm excited? It is the week of Valentine. Da, 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 da. I'm excited. I love Valentine's Day. Although a lot of people will say, it's just one day, but then again, it's well to be celebrated. My name is Boo Boo, and I don't host the show alone. I also host it with two fabulous, sweet, gorgeous, sexy, sassy. I could just keep going on. Jaw-dropping.
Like, seriously, man.
Gorgeous to die for. Not to die. Well, then again, let them introduce themselves. On my very close right is...
Like you're dancing ballet or something. Hi, my name is Daring Salah. If it's a mouthful, you could call me Daring. That line is getting old, but
it's
then my name
motto.
is Daring. Like, seriously, my name is Daring. Welcome to the show.
And...
Hello, good evening. My name is Fome. I don't want to stress you. Just keep it simple. It's Fome. I don't have a slogan or a motto like Daring.
You should get one. Just trash it, trash it, trash it.
I
Yeah,
know.
right?
And Fome, you look absolutely gorgeous. I love your neck
Thank
piece.
you.
It is so
I'm taking it after
fabulous.
the show. She knows.
It'll choke
Thank
you.
you, Boo Boo.
No.
I'm just joking.
I didn't think about it.
I'm just joking.
I didn't think about
Well, you
it.
guys look absolutely beautiful, as usual.
Thank you. You
Thank
do
you.
too,
I know.
Boo-boo.
I know. Thank you.
You know, right?
I know. Okay, guys. Election. Election has been moved from February to March with Buhari. I kind of like that
Let your
phrase.
president catch you doing this February
No,
thing.
sorry, Jonathan. Oh, sorry, President Jonathan. Can I
Yeah,
call you by
with
first name?
respect.
No, sorry. But then again, it has been shifted. It's been moved to March 28, guys. What do you guys feel?
Well, look on the bright side, Boo Boo. At least our Valentine's Day is free.
Like, seriously.
Yeah, you know, you can imagine all the plans people had made, shifting their weddings and, you know, just that, you know, that Valentine's Day, going out and having fun.
I know.
And just making
Making love.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant sharing love.
I want to block my ears
Yeah,
right now.
right.
You know,
So, yeah, look on the bright side, really.
for me, I just really, I feel strongly for those who moved their events to March 28th. You know how much it takes to like rent halls in Nigeria?
Yes.
So in Lagos, you've rented a hall of 1.5 million. You know, you've put a lot of things together. Your
Yeah.
family members from like maybe the United States or something, they've already planned to come in
They've booked
March
their flights.
26th. You know, everything is just like in place, and suddenly somebody puts a stamp on March 28th. I heard someone say something like, okay, they already went to pick their kids up from school so that they would be at home on February 14th. So now they have to take the kids back to school. It's just, it's like messing
my
up
sister
a
had to
lot of
book a
stuff.
flight to come back from the north, and then this happens. So
I don't get it.
Yeah. I guess-
Nigerians naturally will settle in.
Of course, they acted already.
I know. So it's either worked for some people and against some people. However, we still encourage you to vote.
Of course.
Right.
I
Of
got
course,
my
it's all
PVC.
good.
I got my
All right,
PVC.
calm down. It's not some.
My
kind of-
sister,
yeah.
it's a big deal. PVC is like, what, visa?
I heard there was some guy who burnt his PVC.
Yeah, when he heard about the
When he heard about the
dates,
change, he
yeah.
actually burnt
Excuse
it.
me, what's the over this thing?
I really don't know.
Why
You
the
went
drama?
all the way to get it. I because I was in Benin last weekend. I was going to ask you guys, how was your weekend? I'm so sorry. How was your weekend?
Regular.
Regular? All right, we'll move on. How was yours?
It was okay. It was restful.
I saw my mommy.
Yeah.
I saw my
Mommy's
I saw my mommy this weekend.
like you had some
She's like a
breastfeeding
baby.
session
I
and
saw my
stuff.
mommy.
I love my mommy. She's the only one I got in this world right now. So I love you, mommy. Mwah. Okay,
That's
so
so sweet.
Darren, you can't tell me yours was regular. I
My
can't
weekend
believe
was
it.
regular. I always have fun, so I had fun again.
Preach, I'm loving this attitude. Well
I always
done.
have fun, so I
Well
had fun
done. So,
again.
well, elections have been moved. It hasn't moved, so still
We'll keep having fun.
Still
Until 20th of March.
Exactly.
still vote. So, Fama, you have gist for us right now.
Yes, I have just.
You have to-
When do we have Bruce Jenner like on the show?
It was
We
like,
spoke
when
I think it
about
was
him
last show Wednesday.
on Wednesday, and then he's in the news again. Apparently, he was involved in an accident which was fatal, right?
Yes.
Fatal for those,
Fatal.
for other people.
Yeah, one lady lost her life, a
Sad
70-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And then 7 other people had a few bruises and
Casualties.
injuries and all of that, and we rushed to the hospital. It just gets me thinking, this guy that decided to be a woman
Yeah.
last week, and then this week on Saturday over
Hits
the
a woman.
weekend
Kills a woman.
kills a woman, and so many other people were involved. Are you sure there's not some kind of karma
Yes,
going,
something is
moving
telling
around
him.
with that
Something
man?
is telling him, do
MFM
not
Naija.
become a woman. Do not become a woman.
Naija
Bruce,
style.
do not become a woman. Stay a man.
I'm glad he left.
Things just
he left
happen
Chris.
naturally sometimes.
Come on.
Do we have to like string them
come
together?
on.
There was
and
something
say-
you were saying about the mother being proud of him. Even with this, she's like, you know, I'm proud of my son.
Yes, he has his own mommy.
I think he better be careful, Bruce Jenner.
We're watching
Go
you.
ahead, transition gracefully.
We're watching you. But, you know, we're really sorry about, you know,
The
the
loss of
family,
the
the
woman,
loss.
Of course, of course.
We do, our prayers are with your family. We don't know your family though, but a loss is a loss, however it is. We don't need to be related, so.
I want
we
to say
do
something
agree
really
with
silly now.
After that speech I just did.
What, a very conk Nigerian Yoruba movie. They'd say he's taking over the woman's sexuality, like he killed her to use her as ritual for, you know.
Like in The Skeleton Key,
I don't know that one.
that movie that had Kate Hudson, where
Okay.
people were, it was a spiritual kind of thing, voodoo and all of that.
Really?
This
I need to
lady,
watch it, Skeleton
yeah,
Key.
they were living in they were taking other people's spirits.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
that kind of
I think
thing.
I've seen something like that.
I haven't seen
So yeah,
Scary.
so Bruce Jenner, somebody should investigate. He actually did that. Okay, sorry.
Please don't listen to Darren. You've come again. You've come again.
Anyway, there's some other
Yeah.
gist. Baby time.
Yay!
Baby time. Alexandra Ford had a baby. Okay, yeah, big deal. Right? She had like the heaviest weighing baby. 16 pounds, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
14 pounds.
14
I converted it. You know, we do kg here. 6.35 kg.
Wow.
Oh, word.
That's a very
I'm
big
trying to-
baby.
The baby
And a
looks
boy. It was a
healthy.
boy. It was a boy. Gorgeous,
Like,
healthy baby boy.
In Nigeria, when you have regularly, when you have a 2.8, 3.5, everybody goes 3 point what? 3.8. Your baby is big. This is 6.35 kg.
And the funny thing, she didn't know she was pregnant.
Until
She was like,
35 weeks gone.
Yeah.
you know, I
She
always
didn't know she
wonder,
was
how do
pregnant.
you not know you are pregnant?
But it happens. Some people. She
It
said
does
she just.
happen. It's
She said she thought she
surprising.
was putting on weight.
Yeah, and
It
then
does happen
next thing is she goes, has a scan, and they tell her, oh, you might be having twins, triplets, this, that. And then Mr. Yokozuna comes popping out.
Wow.
Hello, 6.3.
I at birth I was 5.4 kg.
Oh.
I was so big. I've always been big. I've always been chubby from when I was a baby. Yeah.
Seriously, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. I give it
wonder
to
how-
I give it to
yeah.
the mom. I give it to the mom.
Yeah.
Special shout out to you. That baby must never disrespect you because you did a lot of work. If he looks you in the face and says rubbish, send the Facebook
Whoop him.
message. I don't Sola.
We will allow you in the face.
Like that's some extra work, extra push.
That's if she pushed.
I think she did. She had a
That
natural. Yes.
Just baby now.
Yes,
I'm sure
she
she had,
did.
I'm sure she would have had serious hair.
But then that's what Guinness Book of Records for you. Your name is all over the internet.
She's
now.
in charge.
Oh, word, that's
It's a win-win
Baby,
situation.
to
You push,
push.
you go through stress, and then you get on the internet. You become famous. You know.
Yeah, right.
I
Nice
know.
one. Enjoy
No,
your
and when you
huge-
see the baby, did you see the baby's picture?
Yeah,
He's so gorgeous.
Yeah,
oh
he's
my
Really?
cute,
God.
right?
Yeah, he's
And
just
apparently he's healthy.
of course
Normal.
healthy
Yeah.
baby.
You know,
Absolutely.
people have
Wow.
that there's this I didn't know I was pregnant program.
Yes,
Some people
the
don't
American
know.
program.
Some even go into the toilet and they're like, okay, something is coming out, and next thing
that's
is
when
this
the
baby slips out.
wants to come out.
God is
And
a
there
miracle
are
worker.
some who their tummies they don't have a protruding tummy, it's
True
flat,
that.
and then they've been exercising, going on
And
serious
drinking
cardio,
and all of
and then
that.
they give birth at 9 months to a healthy baby.
Healthy baby.
I know a friend who didn't know until she was like 6 months gone. She thought it was fibroid. You know, she was like doing her last scan in preparation for the surgery.
Wow.
And then a student doctor says, oh, you're pregnant. And she's like, I do not want student doctor. Give me a
Exactly.
specialist. This is nonsense. And next thing is, madam, you're 6 months gone.
That is so shocking.
She just had hormonal imbalance and all.
To have
Shocking
a
and
baby.
a relief.
It's so shocking. You have to start preparing, especially those that actually give birth when they were not expecting
Yeah.
a baby.
Yes.
It changes your whole life entirely, especially when you haven't had kids.
Everything
you have
just
to go
flips
shopping
over.
for
I
a
know.
baby. And, wow.
I know. There's a lot that we have to talk about. You know, so many
In terms
things.
of deliveries.
Well, deliveries and a lot more. I think on Inside Eve, we're going to be talking about, you know, TTCs very soon, and people who are trusting God and believing to be pregnant for other artificial insemination and all that stuff. We'll talk about it sometime on Inside Eve. Woman to Woman, this is a great show. You wouldn't want to miss it. Now, we have lots to talk about today. Very interesting, probably, dare I say, contradicting
Controversial.
topic. Controversial.
Yeah.
My ladies just corrected me. I
It
forget.
could also be contradicting in a way. too.
Controversial, contradicting. All right. In regards to the topic, so I would want you to sit down, relax. We're going to go on a break, but just before going on a break, our phone lines will be open, and the numbers to call are 08091 222283. It's 08091 222284. Darren?
08091 222285.
You guys are making a joke of this.
But then I will call the numbers in it.
08091 222286. Please call. We'd love to hear from you.
How you sound?
Like seriously,
I know
man.
that you can always tweet at us on our Twitter page. It is R2_TV. Also visit our Facebook page. It is slamming already with Facebook comments on our R2TV page. So you just go to my R2TV. You can also watch us on Facebook, stream live. Or if you're not going to watch us there, you can download our app. If you're on Android, if you're using an Android phone, just download it via Google World. On BlackBerry, go to BBM World. It's as simple as that. Very seamless, extremely simple. You will enjoy your time. We're looking forward to you calling into the show regarding your views in respect to what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to go on a break, and we'll see you shortly, very shortly.
You ain't never met a girl like me.
Hey guys, you're welcome to Girls Pod, where we chill, we gist, and we have fun. Bleaching is becoming a growing trend, and everyone is taking it as a normal thing. Researching queen. I am an African lady, and I am telling you guys that if your guy is not doing something for you, he needs to sit up or you need to leave him. Exactly. Back to Dolapo, please.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
If a guy cheats on you, come on, break up with him and move on. That means you deserve better.
Yeah, the fun part of the house where it all goes down. Game will, what do you have? Makeup. No.
Powder.
No.
Lipstick.
Cream. Selfies. No. Photoshop.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Oh, you guys make space for me on the pod, please.
You ain't never met a girl like
It is often believed that you can never really understand an individual by looking at them from the outside. To really understand why people speak the way they do, why they talk the way they do, and act the way they do, you really need an inside perspective.
Comment, darling. Can you tell us what's going on?
Everything relationship-wise, we are going to be trashing it. We're going to trash it here on the show.
Women are so busy, like from here to here. We actually call them the octopus mom.
My name is Aderi Sala. If it's a mouthful, you could call me Daring.
We're talking to women, woman to woman.
Real women to real women.
hello.
Yeah, what was the crazy one? Don't be deceived.
I'm not crazy. She's
Yes.
again, this is Inside Eve, your favorite show in the world, my favorite show in the world. And do you know what makes it absolutely fantastic? Is because I do not host the show alone. I host it with my friends, my sisters, my dog. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No, I don't. Dogs like. I don't mean.
Welcome to the 21st century.
It's DWAG. Yes, my name is. Her name is Froman, and that's Darren. Oh Lord, I was going to introduce you.
You're the dog.
It's DWAG. What's wrong with you, Mom?
DWAG.
I don't care. It's pronounced dog.
Dog.
I forgive
No.
you, Boo Boo.
All right,
When you
guys.
say guys, we're not guys literally, but then that's how you address.
I'm just welcoming. I don't know why they're quarreling. I apologize on their behalf.
I want to shake off the.
Welcome
old
back
school
into
thing.
the show. If you've just joining us, we've just introduced ourselves, talked about what's going on. Bruce Jenner had an accident. Well, not had an accident, killed someone. Well, not I'm just joking.
Poor guy.
Okay, he didn't kill anyone. He just hit someone and it was fatal. You guys allow me finish. Honestly, I was
We
just
can say you
joking
really love
about
him.
it. And then the elections have been postponed to March 28th. So there's some people whose weddings have been truncated because of
Hey.
because of that. Moving on to the topic at hand. Before this lady slaps my throat.
Bubu Jenna.
Now, the topic at hand. Should condoms be distributed in our high schools, our secondary schools? What do you guys think? You know what condoms are?
No.
Should we-
They shouldn't be.
What are condoms?
What are condoms?
Let's define what condoms are first.
Okay.
Foma, can you help us?
Okay, condom is the...
The rubber. Raincoat.
I'm using the layman's language now
Yes.
so that everybody can understand. It's the rubber. Some people call it raincoat. In Pidgin, it's called raincoats.
Okay.
Maybe uneducated people might call it raincoats. But obviously, we all know that condom is a tool for protection when you're having
Outer
sex.
covering.
Okay.
An outer covering for the, you
I
wear it
can
over the
see-
penis, and then that way you can't impregnate a woman.
Okay. Now,
That's in layman's language.
okay, so Darren, tell me, can you define what sex education is?
Okay, I feel like I'm in class right now, but then I'll just give it a shot. Sex education, basically, education about sex, telling what someone, I wouldn't want to say just kids, because adults too could get
Yeah,
sex
of
education.
course.
It's like giving them an insight into what sex is all about, what diseases you can contact from having sex, what unprotected sex is, what protected sex is, contraceptives, and all of that, you know. All the details about sex. I like
Okay.
Yeah.
Sex talk.
So we've got the concept of what sex education is and what the issue of distributing what condoms are. Some people might feel that, you know, condoms are not necessary, or like what you said, it does protect.
Of course.
We're not going to go into whether it does protect
Works
fully
or not.
Not necessarily.
or not. What we're going to talk about today is, should condoms be distributed in our secondary schools? You know, the kids, because these days, kids from 8
before
years old
me.
kids going to GS1. I haven't finished, Foma.
I know.
Her blood is boiling.
I know.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to give you one.
So you've already
comment
said
on
no.
this one.
I'll tell you why.
Oh, please.
Are you done?
I'll tell you guys why.
I need her to speak.
It's, okay, here's what I think should be done, really. I think that children should be educated about sex right from when they can talk, when they can communicate effectively. They should be taught about like their private parts, and then later on when they grow up, when they can understand, they should be taught what it's used for, because children are very, very inquisitive, you know. And with the rate at which children get informed these days, it's alarming. And if you don't let them know, they'll go find out from their friends,
Of
from their
course,
peers.
yeah.
And when they do that, that's going the wrong way, I can
Yeah.
assure you of that. First of all, they should be educated about sex,
Yeah.
why you have sex, why the implications of having sex at a young age, how to protect themselves if they really need to have sex.
Okay.
But giving them condoms, that's just an excuse, boo-boo, to go frolicking and
Okay.
having sex like rabbits.
So that's your
That's
opinion.
what I think.
Can I hear yours, Darren?
Frolic away, whether you like it or not. This is the 21st
course.
century. For me, it is the 21st century. The internet is like everybody lives on Twitter, lives on Instagram,
I
on
totally
Facebook.
agree.
People have flats, duplex, everything there. As in, the average teenager resides
Of course.
inside his iPhone, inside his BlackBerry. So whether you tell them or you do not tell them, they have this information. Now that's
course.
given. So we cannot take away. See, we might say, oh, tell them this is what sex is and this is what you should not do. But whether you like it or you do not like it, come this Saturday, a lot of teenagers
Of
will
course.
have sex.
I agree
In
with
fact, they
you.
will have sex. So we know there's the whole religious part of it. We can tell them, oh, God doesn't like it. This, but whether we like it or not, they are having sex.
Yeah.
Why not give them something to protect them from STDs? I mean, the fact that I have a knife in my hand doesn't mean I'll pick it up and stab somebody. However, someone else can pick it up and stab. So if they would, since they would have sex, why not just give it to them? Empower them, let them
Empower
do
them?
No.
empower them too. Sorry, wrong English.
No, I
Not empower them, help them not to do the wrong one.
That's why they are giving
Do the
sex
wrong thing.
education. When you teach them about sex, you teach them that if
They
you
should
can't
abstain.
you teach them, first of all, that it's better to abstain because you are young.
Yeah.
Now, these are the implications. You might have an STD. You might have an unwanted pregnancy. You don't want to have a pregnancy when you're still in secondary school. How would you cater for the child? In fact, my mom used to tell us something then that used to really scare us, that if you have a baby, if you get pregnant, you must have the baby and you take care of the baby yourself. That was scary. So nobody tried it. You know, we stayed away. Now, by the time you tell them all of these options, I think the last resort is the parent, maybe the father, should hand over the condom to the child, not the school. If I had a child in the school where they shared condoms, I'd withdraw my children from that school.
Okay, so
Really?
can I just quickly say
Yes.
something? Okay, so I've heard
Empowering.
your side from a, which of course has its own giving, and yours also has its own too. Okay, so let's try and see this. Now, your child goes to school. The parents educate the child regarding sex education and everything. Now, you find out that there are kids, like you said, they live on the internet.
Of course.
As young, have you seen a child who is 5 years old? They're on the tab.
Yes, yes.
They know how to unlock it.
So kids are, they're so fast at getting information and using this information. Okay, so we have a caller. Hello, good evening. Amida from Ikeja. Hello.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, guys.
We're fine. How are you?
Oh, cool, not bad, not bad. I'd like to put a question out to you guys. If any of you have a child today, would you guys vaccinate the child?
Would you?
Pardon?
Would we what?
Would you vaccinate the child?
Vaccinate, yeah, immunization and all of that.
Vaccines and all that, yeah.
Yes.
We're by
Vaccine,
ourselves?
Immunization.
Vaccinate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we
Of
will.
course, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, right now, there are predators out there, sexual predators. And the only way to protect your own against such predators, give these kids condoms. You said if you do not teach them how to have sex, somebody else will. And you want to be sure that when they are doing it right, obviously with protection.
Yeah.
You do not want to know the sick people we have out there, even kids.
Sure.
You know, I have a nephew. The boy is about 7 years old or something like that. And he comes to me one day and he says he likes the boy.
Okay.
And I was scared.
7.
How do you, no, and this is true story.
Oh, okay.
How do you like this boy? He's like, hey, we're good friends, we're this. Now, and I know he's a very active person in his head and all that. Now, if, for example, your child comes to you and says he likes another boy, how would you react to it? If not by talking about it. And talking about it is not good enough.
Yeah.
You want to be sure that even if they go behind your back and are active about it, they are doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be more graphic on air, but the honest truth is that most of the people out there that say no to this action, go and ask them, when did they start having sex and how?
Exactly.
Well, they definitely did not use protection at 12 or 15 years old. They just did it.
Yeah.
No, but if you are educated, if you are taught, if you are directed, you know what, no matter what happens, I want to have sex, but I'm having the right to. Some hypocrites come out to say that I will not take my child out to buy a condom. I mean, and I think that is foolishness of the highest order. But you will take your kid out to watch movies, and they see these things in the movies, and yet you are not protecting them against
You have a
what they are
point.
seeing out there.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yes.
let us put our priorities right and let us stop being hypocrites, because most of the people out there that are saying no to this, they themselves, they have sex at 11 years, 12, 10 years.
True,
They
sir.
had their houseboy and housegirl doing things.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amida.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
much. Thank you so much for your passion. Thank you. Keep watching the show.
Thank you. Nice one. Nice one.
I like, sorry, can I say something
course,
about?
please.
It just reminded me of something I always say. A lot of my male friends, or a lot of guys I talk to, will tell you that most of them had their first sexual experience with an older aunt or
Yes.
somebody. Whether we like it or not, these things will happen.
Yes.
So really, there's nothing wrong with telling them the dangers, this and that. However, if you cannot control yourself, because how many people are disciplined enough at 14 to say that, oh, I have an erection, there's a fine girl that is willing to give it to me, and I'm going to say no to her because auntie says no. Okay, fine, if you find yourself at that junction, what do you then do? Don't do it and get infected. Use this. We are not saying go ahead to use it, but let it be in your wallet, just in case you
No,
go to
giving
that
it
party.
to the child
Yes.
means you can use it. I think it's giving them consent straight off.
I don't.
They will do it anyway. That's
They
what
will
I
do
think.
it anyway, yes. But I think when they know of the cons of not protecting themselves, when they get to that point where, you know, they want to have sex and they don't have protection, it just might be a deterrent to not having sex. That's what I think.
Well, that's a logical
But then when you have
point.
that thing, there's nothing stopping that child. Absolutely
I
nothing.
totally understand what you say. We're going to get back to what we're saying because this is pretty. It's already hot in the studio. But we also went out to speak to a few people, a few men and women in regards to the topic. So please stay tuned and watch. Thank you.
I think it is better just to avoid unwanted pregnancy, and so many people have destroyed their womb because once I get married, my parents will disobey me, my parents will disown me, and as a result of that, and they really want to have this sex, though it is not allowed, it's not even good, but just to prevent abortion and unwanted pregnancy, I think it is okay.
We call it condom, but if to last, don't need more.
For me personally, I would not advise. I mean, these kids nowadays, they know everything. So whatever, you know, if that's the way to protect them from getting themselves in more trouble, like contacting HIV and other stuff, then it's not a bad thing.
I think condoms should be shared in secondary school.
To be honest with you, I think yes. Improves the awareness. You know, everybody's aware. Everybody's well, most people in high school these days are sexually active. You know, so there's no point fooling ourselves to say, okay, maybe they're not aware of it, or maybe they're not indulging in it one way or the other. You know, I think it's a very good time to start preaching the message of safe sex. You know, so I think it should be. It should be.
I think every parent has an idea of how they're trying to raise their child, and I don't think it's the school's right to impose sex education on kids if the parents don't want them to get that information at this stage in their lives. So I think that's up to the parents. Parents want their kids to find out about different things at different points in their lives. So it's not for the school to say, it's for the parents.
If I'm going to school, or my son is going to school, and I say, okay, if they give you a condom, you collect and take this time. What am I telling him? What am I telling him? To continue. That's what I'm talking about. It's not good. I'm not even supposed to mention among the children of God at all.
Appreciate if you stay away. Abstinence is still the very best.
Yes, very necessary because HIV is everywhere. During our own time, we don't even know anything called condom.
I don't know, I know some parents, religion, whatever, they might have a problem with schools giving condoms to their kids, even though I see the reason why, because you never know when these kids start having sex or start getting introduced to sex, but it's up to the parents, not up to the school.
Welcome back, guys. All right, so we just watched a few people who had their opinion regarding sex, regarding sex education and also the distribution of condoms in our secondary school.
That sounds so funny. The
No, but it's true. Yes, but that's it. It distributes
distribution,
condoms.
yes.
And I liked what one of the guys there said. He said, it's necessary because, and I like the way he did it, HIV is around, you know. Apart from the fact that, you know, it was comical and it was funny at the way he said it, the truth is, I don't see anything wrong in kids, in the authorities in the school, handing these kids condoms. They're lecturing them. If a child in GS1, GS2 has biology as a subject, they're teaching them the anatomy of your body.
Of course.
They're telling them reproductive system and everything. So this child already understands where I came from. Even at 3 years old, your child will ask you, Mommy, where did my brother come from? And then you begin to explain. So a child knows that when mommy and daddy meet, a child comes out from that
meeting.
So from that meeting. so basically, the truth is, there's nothing wrong in the school giving the children condoms.
I beg
you're
to differ.
No. The truth is, even if you don't give them, they will go out to go and get it.
I'll address that in a bit.
Sorry, we have another call. We have Nwaba from Uyo. Hello, I hope I pronounced your name well. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Bubu. Good evening, Sola, and good evening, Some.
Good evening.
So I want to contribute to your program this evening.
Okay.
I actually heard some people saying, okay, fine, if sex is wrong for children, but then that should be protected. I think giving a child a condom and at the same time telling the child sex is wrong is like telling the child killing someone is wrong, and then you arm the child with a gun and then they okay, don't kill me, but you know, if someone attacks you, use the gun on the person. It's as simple as that. So I think children should be taught the right thing at the right time. At that age, they're not supposed to be having sex. That's the truth.
Yeah,
so needless of trying to keep religion outside it. Whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, I think both religions condemn it. I don't know about the traditional religions. And we can't live our life keeping religions out of it. So I think children should be taught the right principles.
Yes.
For them, sex is wrong because they are minors. So needless giving them condoms and then telling them, okay, don't do it wrong, but put this in your pocket. You don't know when you need it. Like giving them a gun and telling them killing is wrong, but keep the gun in your pocket. When you're close to danger or someone attacks you, you use it. It's the same thing. That's my contribution. That's what I think.
Okay, sorry, Womba. So if you give a child a gun and you're saying killing is wrong, well, if the child is faced with a situation where armed robbers come and they want to attack you as their mom, won't they kill the armed robber?
Like, seriously?
That's attack here. How about now, it being in school, just a little provocation and the child uses the gun. How do you explain that?
But you do know that there are...
the slightest provocation because the child feels he has something to protect himself. The word there is discipline, regulation, self-control.
Yes.
It's something that should be taught because later on in life they need it.
Of course, there's no doubt about them being taught discipline. But at the end of the day, there are some women, some ladies, or some friends who would put a lot of pressure on that child, on that boy, or even some ladies who will put a lot of pressure on the guy. And then what happens in that circumstance? What would the child do?
If you teach a child properly, for them to understand that at their age, sex is wrong for them.
It's pressure.
That's part of what
at that age, it's wrong for them. If you treat them well, they understand that. Then you can also teach them how to go about their way. If they're in a close, they come close in such a situation, what to do, how to protect themselves, how to walk away from the situation. I think children should be taught that, to know that later on in life, even in the office, even when they later get married, if they didn't grow up with that, at any point in your life, you must have self-discipline.
Yeah.
You don't take something because you're offered it when you know you don't have a right to that thing.
Yeah.
That's what they should be taught.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much for your
Thank you very
contribution.
much.
Please leave your comments on
Okay,
Facebook
meanwhile,
as
I enjoy
well.
your program.
No,
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
I love your program too.
Oh, okay. All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. We have Lillian. Hello, Lillian. Hello, Lillian from Delta. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening.
So, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. I only called to say I think it's a very nice idea for condoms to be distributed in secondary school for sexual education.
No, okay.
The reason why I said so is most schools don't, enlighten young female teenagers sex, and at the end of the day, most of them end up getting into peer pressure of their other female friends. When they come to school, they gesture of hope between them and their boyfriend. And, they want to try it also. But I think now there should be more orientation on how you should watch what they do, watch the kind of friends they follow, and, the kind of company they keep most especially. Then they should be enlightened between, a guy and a girl. Because while I was growing up, my mom always told me when you go close to a guy, you get pregnant.
My mom did that too. Yeah.
It got stuck in my head for a very long time. So
Can you
whenever I
imagine
see a guy, I'm always like, don't come close. Just go
At least it worked.
Yeah, so it's
But no, this generation, the generation we have now, they're way past that too.
Yeah.
Yes, so now I think it's going to be better if schools, especially schools, can have such orientation whereby, you tell them the right things to do and the right path to go. And I think, it's a good thing to also be taught that this condom is not just for you to go and have sex, but for you to have an idea of what it's being used for. Then, like my mom would always say, prevention is better than cure. Just preventive than, trying to go into it for any reason.
Thank you so much, Lillian. Thank you. Keep watching the show.
Thank you.
Bye. You too. Bye. Okay, we're going to just go quickly into our social media to discuss a few things. Oh my God, I'm really excited.
It's like buzzing.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this topic, about how people have their different say. So yes, no, absolutely not. Like for me, it's like we've just touched the nerve. This particular, we have touched the nerve. But before we go to social media, that reminds me, there was a lady I knew, not directly, was a story I got told you. She got pregnant. She got pregnant at 15 when she started having sex. At 15, actually she ran away from home. When her parents found her, they found out that she was pregnant. They brought her home. She was afraid, and then they had to abort the child.
Oh.
Now listen, 15. She got pregnant again. It was during her third pregnancy, her mother said, no, this one's not normal. All right, we're going to the hospital, and they put her on a coil. Wow. Now that's a mother. Now
facing reality.
Facing reality. Sorry, I just needed to say that. Let's go to social media. Darren, you have something to say?
I think there's a very interesting tweet from Honkenstein at R2_TV. They should start distributing the word of God. Enough said. That's like very interesting. Yeah. In fact, there were really, really funny ones that we heard.
So they should start distributing the word of God.
Yeah, a lot of people said, oh, well, Dami Dre says, well, I think so. Let me read another interesting word. They should be told, okay, this is from Golden Rick. No, they should be told to abstain from sex till they are married. Condom is not even 100% guaranteed. Yeah, happy, man.
Well, you know what? Like I said, even if I still have that standpoint that they shouldn't be given condoms in school, but it's the responsibility of the father to his son and the mother to the daughter to teach them. Most parents these days don't have the time to sit their kids down and tell them X, Y, Z about sex.
On Third Mainland Bridge.
It's also the responsibility of the school to educate the children and tell them this is how it works.
Okay, so let me just quickly read something off Facebook, and then you need to read some as well. Okay, so Olumide Ogunshino, he says, yes, it should be distributed. Young boys and girls of nowadays have sex at a very tender age. Haven't you heard of 12-year-old girls being impregnated? Either we like it or not, they all have sex in capital letter. So what we need to do is to educate them about sex early. Let me just quickly say another one. Oladimeji Mayowashe, he says, Adlumi, that's to the guy that said yes. Sex education is not encouraging you to have sex. No!
Bubu sounds like
That's
she's
so dramatic.
That's how it was.
You know, I don't know. This whole thing, I kind of feel you on it's not the school's responsibility. I think Luz Kenyon said that in our Vox Pop, that it's not the school's responsibility. I think that there should be like a PTA meeting where they would say, okay, this is it, and this is what we intend to do. Let the parents now decide and say, don't give my kids
for my quickly this
no,
to
but
read
really, there's
something.
nothing wrong. If they're going to give them sex education, then
They should give them a condom as a sample, not give them like a pack of condoms.
Condom is condom, 1 or 2.
Just show them in class, dangle it in front of
sexually
them,
active will collect
and show them how it works.
Sexually active.
And show them how it works, but not hand out the condoms to them.
Okay.
Why show them how it works?
Well, because they need to know.
Okay, so we need to go on to more social media. So Chidima Owafo says, no, it shouldn't. The students should be taught to abstain, not encourage them to use it. She says it's like encouraging them to disobey God. A lot of us made mistakes in our lives, but we shouldn't allow the younger generation make the same mistake.
I completely agree with
I know
her.
I know you completely agree with her.
Yes, tell them if you can't abstain, if you can't hold body, like they say in Pidgin,
use condom.
then please make sure you use a condom.
Yeah, but
like
when they can't go into stores to buy it. They're too young, so give them.
That's why I said it's the duty of the father. At least let them know where you keep it in your drawer.
Daddy, what are you doing with it?
Yes, but kids these days, the truth is they are scared. I'm yet to see a daughter that can sit with the mom comfortably and said, Mommy, I slept with I had sex.
Nobody does that. Nobody can do that.
You see, but
did you discuss that?
No, I didn't.
Exactly, so nobody does that.
But I'm yet to see a situation where kids will get that comfortable with their parents. Because the dads these days, they know when their sons are sexually active.
Of course.
You know, they know. So they can tell them, if you need to do it, then please use a condom.
But
if you need a condom,
but will
let
the
me
child
know.
actually go into a store and say, oh, I want to buy
That's the thing. Most of them these days, they don't have that much balls to go into a store to ask for condoms. Not in the school.
And if school gives it to them,
not
that's
in
no
the
big
school.
deal. No. Whether they have it or not, who will use it, who will not use it, will not use it.
If the school has the authority to teach these kids sex education, why can't they give them condoms?
Because you're giving them consent to go and have sex.
That's what I think. If you're teaching them sex education, then you're giving them consent.
No.
No. Sex education involves a lot of graphics. There's a lot of graphics
But that's
involved.
not consent. They should know that it is advised. It is more advisable.
Do you know
to
when I was
abstain.
in school and I was being taught biology and anatomy science? A lot of my colleagues, a lot of my friends in school, we would sit down and just laugh at the structure of the man's pee-pee.
But of course, it was hilarious.
It was funny. It was everything.
Is it?
But
It was then. But it was a kind of guilty kind of.
We understood what it was
already.
Of course, we knew.
Yeah.
And we knew a lot of girls. Like the other caller called in and said, there are a lot of girls who are being pressured and everything. The truth is, like I said to you guys, it takes a very wise parent, and when I mean wise parent, the parent that would not scold you, but will listen to you when you're talking in regards to sex, in regards to feelings. I would want my daughter to come at me and say, Mommy, I'm feeling funny.
Yes.
Mommy, see, I like
That's what we all want until we grow up, actually have them.
I would invite my daughter, that boy that she likes. I want to see that boy, man. Come.
Of course.
So
you at least you know.
So I look at the boy and I look at his whole structure, and I look at my daughter and I say, daughter, it's not time. But the thing is, the truth is, with sex, right? It starts with a touch. It starts with the
Nobody
peck.
wants to go into details.
No. I'm not going into details. I'm just trying to say that
which of
sometimes
course
you feel...
the girl will enjoy, and there has to be consent from that other person for them to actually meet.
Okay, we're going to go on a quick break. And while we're on that quick break, we're going to be bantering
Up the
because
studio.
I know we want to fight with Foreman now. Oh no, it's just Darren that wants to fight with him.
Look at her nose now. It's going to be different
We'll
when
be
we
going on the
get
break
back.
and we'll see you shortly. Don't go away.
Lights, camera, action. I love mind movers. Intriguing, exciting, entertaining. All here on RTT. Welcome back. I just punched somebody in the
Yes.
face.
Yeah, right. You have to wipe the blood out.
Like, seriously, that was very fast. It's a live show. You can't lie about these things.
How about you?
Anyway, welcome back. This is our point of view segment. Sorry, I had to say segment. Now, a very interesting story. John Hansen. Yeah, I got it. James Hansen, pardon me, sorry, is a HIV positive awareness person, someone that talks about HIV. He is HIV positive, and then he talks about, we should like stop the stigma and all. Anyway, he talks about it, and with respect to what we've been discussing all day or all night, he spoke about his own experience as a child, as somebody in high school, and they actually got sex education. However, sometime along the line, nobody remembered to talk about lesbians, gay, transsexuals, and what's that last one now? Transgender, thank you, and bisexuals. Yes, nobody bothered to talk about them. Those were like outside sex talk. When we're talking about sex, we're talking about man and woman. And these things are part of our reality. They are things that people actually deal with. So for him, he did not have anybody to talk to. It was strange. He couldn't talk to his teachers. He couldn't talk to his parents. He couldn't talk to anybody about it. So along the line, he got HIV positive by doing maybe the right or wrong things with other men. Apparently, he found out he was gay. But then the things they taught him in school, I'm sure they did not give him... Okay, let me not digress. They did not give him the right education as regards his own condition. They did not do a total talk about it. So he's saying that homosexuality should be addressed the same way, what is it, unisexuality, or the same way normal heterosexuality, thank you, is being addressed. Now, do you think that sex education, yes, we have agreed that students should be taught these things. Do you ladies think that, aside the normal thing, man, woman, schools or NGOs should go outside the box and actually admit that, yes, there are people that do not do the regular, there are people that do man to man, woman to woman, and we should actually educate students and say, okay, fine, this is sex education 101 in primary 6 or SS2. If you want to, if you feel like you like another boy, then talk to your teacher. Should they include it in sex talk, in sex education?
Okay.
Because they exist.
Well, it was just the way you said the man likes... Okay, well...
okay, let's put woman to woman. That's mild?
No, it's not, none of them is mild. What I think is, for now, well, I mean, Nigeria already has a law regarding homosexual and lesbian relationship. There's already a 14-year prison sentence to that. So I don't know how that would apply to education. I really don't know how that would apply. But outside you going to prison, the truth is, whether there's prison or not, people are still doing it.
Of course.
I think it should be addressed because it is a part of our society now. It's something that everyone feels, oh, it's a Western culture, forget it, it's here as well. And it should be addressed in schools. Now, I can assure you, a lot of parents will kick against it.
Of course.
Because, of course, where we come from is an African...
They don't want their kids to
They don't want their kids to be exposed to that kind of
yes.
information. But you also forget that your kids, they go to the movies, they have their laptops, they have their phones.
Their friends.
They have... There was this kid when I was in the UK. She is 9 years old. Her youngest brother has I can't remember what it has, but it's like a condition. It's not trisomy. It's not Down syndrome, but it's another. And my friend was catering. She's a caregiver.
Okay.
She was catering for the boy, and she noticed that the daughter wasn't around. So it was a bit quiet. She wasn't as annoyed herself. So she decided to go peek into her room. And you know, we Nigerians, we just open the door. We're not as polite as knocking. No, we don't do that. So she opened the door, and she found this 9-year-old masturbating, and she was watching porn. She's 9 years old, and her mother, her father would have bought her that laptop, and she's 9 years old. Now someone would say, "Oh, she's in England, so of course there's sports there." But it happens here. So I think, in regards to what you've said, I think it should be allowed. If you can talk about sex between a man and a woman, go ahead and talk about sex between a man and a woman and a woman. Talk about the risks. Animals.
Okay.
Involved. You mentioned transgender. I don't know if it has started in Nigeria. Transgendering is a man saying, "Oh, I don't want to be a man, I want to be a woman."
Yeah.
A woman saying, "I don't want to be a woman, I want to be a man." I don't know if it's happening.
There's a Nigerian girl,
Really?
sorry, I won't mention his name now, that we actually went to university together. I met her in university, and then she went outside. He went out. Oh, Jesus, I've got it twisted.
They went out.
They went outside the country
anything.
and then got encouragement from likes, and
of course.
Now she's a girl. He used to be a dark-skinned guy. Now he's a white girl, and everything is changed. So people are doing it, even Nigerians.
I think it's allowed. I think they should discuss it. You know, but maybe not full blown, not encourage. Maybe not full blown, but just passing.
Of course.
Like a passing statement.
No, they should do like an in-depth thing.
No, they need to know.
We don't need to pass.
I need to know.
Education is the key.
We're going to take some stuff from social media, but just before then, I think sometimes we shy away. We shy away too much from, see, these things exist. Do you feel some affection towards your fellow boy? Tell me, like, let them feel comfortable enough to say, oh, my G&C, guidance and counselor, or whatever, in school, I'm walking up to you, Auntie, I feel like I like Tunde and I, when we're taking our
that's attraction. If they don't start to pray for you from that.
Exactly.
Beat it out of your body.
No, but if the person is a G&T person, he or she should have read wide and should know this thing.
Here's what I think. In the case of James Hansen from the story, right? I think that must have been quite way back where, you know, it wasn't that pronounced in the society, being gay and lesbians and all of that. But now it's like in your face.
Yeah.
It's in your face. I know in Nigeria, it's still, people still hide to do it, but it's really prominent now, and children need to know. But then again, it starts from the home. The parents need to start, you know, first with, I think it's a gradual process as well.
That's what I said.
Take it from the normal sex education, it's between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
But you can go into the gays and the lesbians and all of that. And then depending on what the parents believe and all of that, you can tell them it is not the right thing to do. God has made sex for a man and a woman and stuff like that.
Okay, Fuma, do you want to read some social media or?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, okay, so I'll just quickly read one before you
Funny how time flies when you're having fun.
Let me take one.
All right, that's fine.
Matt Top 7 actually says, she says, well, they should be taught to abstain from sex, but if they no fit hold body, unko,
make them use condoms.
Use
There's
condoms.
an advert like that. Who get this condom? I beg, who get this raincoat? It's like in 1990 something or early 2000s. This thing. It's a reality.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
It is.
It's a reality. I'll take my final thoughts now.
That's fine, darling. Bring it on.
We have the power to change the future. We cannot change the sex education that we received, but we can definitely influence that which coming generations will experience. So talk more, talk more, talk more.
Talk more, yeah.
Talk more. Don't hide these things. Mommy and daddy, they will still do it. So
Education is power. Here are my final thoughts. I think sex education should include enhancing the girl's self-image and self-esteem, and give her the tools to say no and ultimately yes. when the time is right.
Nice one.
That's a nice one.
Right?
I like the when the time is
Yeah,
right.
When the time is right.
And I hope you're listening when the time is right.
When is the time right?
Exactly. I was just going to say that when.
We don't know when the nudge, I don't know. Let me just be quiet. Okay. All right. So my final thought is by Martha Cornog for sex education. Will sex education reduce or end AIDS, adolescent pregnancy, prostitution, sexual exploitation? Frankly, we do not know. But silence on sexual matters does not appear to be an option either ideologically or practically. So, ideologically, ignorance is no advantage when others have knowledge, especially knowledge misused. And people who know nothing of sex can take risks unknowingly and be taken advantage of. So, I like what she says. Is it going to stop it? No.
We do not
Even if we share it, is it going to encourage them? We don't know. Is it going not to encourage them? No. I mean, this talk continues on social media. There's a lot to talk about. You know, there's the no's, there's the pros, there's the cons, there's the whole issue of how really bringing up our kids. We need to bring up our kids in the right way.
It's a lot of work.
In the right way. As a matter of fact, I think it's a spiritual thing. It's not just a physical thing.
Oh, tell me about it.
Honestly. So this is us from Inside Eve. We're saying good night. Stay with us on Wednesday. My name is Boo Boo.
I'm Daring.
And I'm Fume.
Peace out.
Bye.